My favorite line, Cash, I love you. I love you too, Tango. This is Tango and Cash on Stinker Madness.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness, the podcast about bad movies for bad movies, blah, 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 blah. I'm Justin, there's Sam and Jackie. This is Tango and Cash.
Man, you are so excited to talk about this movie, you're not even gonna do your regular introductions.
This movie is awesome. I wish I was Tango and Cash at the same time.
Whoa.
I would just want to be Tango. Apparently, Cash has no penis.
Apparently neither of them have a penis. Because they both are looking at each other's dongs and be like, nice job down there, buddy.
Well, Kurt Russell does call Stallone tripod.
He also calls him Pee-wee, though.
No, Stallone calls Russell Pee-wee.
And Russell calls Stallone Pee-wee.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, no, these two guys are clearly in love with each other. Regardless of the size of their penis. They are madly in love. Their chemistry is like rom-coms struggle to achieve this level of proof of love.
Yeah, I guess so.
Whatever. I did not take it as that.
Oh, really? What would... Just healthy admiration, I guess?
You know, the song I Will Fight for Your Honor did play in my head a little bit, but, you know, I didn't really think of that as in love.
They've got unresolved sexual tension between each other. If this was filmed today, they would be the first openly gay supercops.
Supercops, yeah.
Well, you know, and the fact that Kurt Russell tried to fill it out by getting the soap in the shower scene, and then Stallone was like, whoa, what are you doing?
God, I was so close.
Yeah, he was like, I thought this was going to happen, and apparently he's just not ready.
If only it was 2017, we could totally make out right now with no clothes on. They at no point can stop trying to outcharm the other one.
And looking at each other's wieners.
Right.
Yeah, it's a real contest.
It's a huge contest. Who's funner, more likable?
So I'm going to burn one of my questions
Okay.
now. Who do you think really has the bigger wiener?
I don't really care.
Jack Palance.
Yeah, Jack Palance.
No.
Huge dong on that guy.
Yeah. It's like an anaconda.
I'm going with Stallone.
Just because you have a crush on him.
Yeah, dude, if he showed up here at the door, I'd be like, Justin, you need to leave for 5 hours.
Now, I will say that we just watched Demolition Man the other night, and there is proof of Stallone's not huge dong in that film, so sorry to disappoint you.
Why? Because he was a plastic guy?
No, there's a couple shots where they get his balls in there. And if he had a big dong, it would be in the way.
I don't know. You are sitting in some freezing water.
Yeah, that's true. It could be very cold.
Yeah.
Cryo wiener.
Cryo wiener.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I think it's Stallone.
I was in the pool! Yeah, Tango and Cash, the story of two mega super cops, who I believe they're the basis for like every duo super cop movie ever after this one. Like the other guys with Samuel L. and The Rock, they are Tango and Cash.
Sort of. I mean, ultimately, Tango and Cash are supposed to be. The problem with the making of this picture is that John Peters is making the other guys while Sylvester Stallone is making his take on Lethal Weapon simultaneously.
Yeah, that's also true.
So there's a level of what you get here is because of that conflict, that it was supposed to be a spoof and serious at the same time.
Yes.
And you just get this goofy as shit, but they're playing it straight up.
I wish they would have done a sequel.
I wish they would have done a sequel as well.
This should have been a trilogy.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to spoil alert. I loved it.
Yeah. I
Oh.
like this movie.
And I don't remember watching it before.
What?
No, but I was so entertained. I was like, yeah.
It's a blast. It's over the top in every single manner. Hammy, campy, goofy, silly, filled with explosions. So many explosions.
And I really thought that they captured for the lady folk, right? You either had the very suave, very clean, well-dressed, well-mannered Stallone, and then you had the gruff, honest, he's not going to, neither one are going to cheat on you.
Gruff and honest, you're being very kind to his character. He's a fucking slob.
Yeah.
He had like stains on his shirt. He hadn't cleaned his apartment in a year and a half. And when he goes to the police station, he's just pawing at somebody else's pizza without his shirt on. This guy's a fucking asshole.
He's an animal.
He is. He's a wild animal. Some women like that.
Yeah, some women like the clean cut, and some women like wild animal man.
It is a serious dichotomy between the two.
No, sure.
Oh, can I say it? Kurt Russell's hair. I wonder how much hairspray they had to put in there at the beginning of the movie. When he's got the great big curls that are coming up and you can see right through them. I'm like, whoa.
I would say that this is Kurt Russell's iconic look in this film. Like,
Yeah.
this is as Kurt Russell-y as there's ever been Kurt Russelled.
I think somebody went a little crazy with the hairspray can in the beginning of the film.
He has the same hair in like all of his movies. He has the Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah, he's got a Farradew.
He's got a Farrah. It's crazy. He's got big hair.
And he pulls it off well. Except for when the curls get so high that you can see through them.
Yeah, if I was Kurt Russell, I would put it in my contract like Jean-Claude Van Damme's ass. I am not going to get a haircut for this film.
It's got to be that. It has to be certain that his hair is that way in every movie.
Wyatt Earp had wild, crazy caveman hair.
Yeah. God, Wyatt Earp looks a lot like Farrah Fawcett.
Elvis Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah, it's a wild roller coaster ride of shenanigans, and I think honestly it sets up the 90s very well because this is 1989. If you think of iconic action movies, the 90s was probably the decade that is most ridiculous as when it comes to cops and guns and splosions, and this just leads perfectly right into that decade.
It does.
Yeah.
You have, especially in the budget pictures, the 90s is really when the thought is that people don't really need to think about it. They just need to see the shit blow up.
Right.
Oh, they don't care about that. Just blow up that car.
And this is chock filled with dynamite explosions.
Yeah. This sort of set, because it was obviously a fucking disaster, but because it made its money back in the theater, it was like, well, we're right. As long as we blow up enough things and tell enough jokes, everything will be okay. Make Beverly Hills Cop 3. It's fine.
Well, and I didn't think this was a bad movie. I don't know that it should be on the podcast.
Huh. I think you've got another thing coming. It's got a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, Jackie. And I don't know why this doesn't have a Metacritic score, but I remember this getting a lot of 2 thumbs down. It's really stupid, honey.
Yeah, it just was. The box office defied all that because it made 65 in its original run.
Yeah, it did a good job.
It cleared over the top of what it cost, which was inexplainable. I think Brian James was quoted as saying that because they didn't market it either. And it's like overseas, like I guess it was the most pirated film ever in Russian history or some nonsense like this. And he was in the Ukraine and people loved him because he was in this movie. He's like, what the shit? Tango and Cash?
Really?
You're kidding me, right? And he's like, no, if they would have put some money behind marketing, they probably would have made $200 million on the fucking thing.
They might
have.
So, yeah. No, it's awesome. It's as popcorny dumb as you can possibly get. Thoroughly entertaining throughout, but it's really stupid, Jackie.
I liked it. I don't care.
That's fine. Again, for the 257th episode, a film can be stupid and you can like it. That's why we have a podcast where we talk about films that are dumb that we like.
Like this one.
I liked it.
Yeah, but it's really stupid.
I didn't think it was dumb.
Okay, well,
let's
prove
get
her wrong.
into this then.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
dive right in.
Let's start.
Let's make it our entire mission in life to prove Jackie wrong about Tango and Cash, that it's incredibly dumb. Starts out with tanker truck
Yeah.
cruising down the road, driven by Robert Zadar and
Some guy. He's got
Pancho
a
Villa.
fucking sidekick.
Yeah, he's just bad guy sidekick.
Bad guy sidekick.
Curly hair, slightly balding, kind of greasy, Hey, we got somebody on our tail, man.
Yeah.
Bad guy.
He's there just for affirmational purposes so that Zadar feels good about his decisions.
So Robert Zadar's driving, and Tango's in a convertible Cadillac. What
It's
is
an
that?
Eldorado.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was the Catera, but the
Yeah,
Catera
yeah.
was too shitty. That was actually just that was the shittiest Eldorado they ever made right there.
I thought it was a Chrysler.
No, it's a Cadillac.
Yeah.
And he's dressed up in all business attire, very straight-laced.
Well, they
and-
say he's wearing Armani suits.
Yeah. His persona is very Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's-
So if
he's,
you don't know what Armani is, just think super expensive.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows what Armani is.
Maybe not.
If there's one person that's listening right now and is like, I've never heard of Armani ever, please write us and we will send you a donation so that you can get your high school education. Because, come on, everybody's heard of Armani, Jackie.
I don't know.
Huh. All right, so he's back there, and there's no time to call for backup because I guess they're about to drive over the state lines or something.
Which means that there's no time to call for backup. You just have to let the other people get them, I guess.
Or if they're transporting illegal goods across state lines, then that becomes a federal.
Well, no, he's
thing.
LAPD.
Right.
They're about to leave the county, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's going to be the sheriff's department or some horse shit, right?
Yeah.
We got to turn back, Tango. In the helicopter. But we'll come back later for no reason.
Yeah. Well, I gotta do something right now then.
Yeah.
So he tears ass, passes them, gets like 2 miles down the road ahead of him, I guess.
This Eldorado's got nitrous. This shit is hot.
And if they're about to cross the state line, I think he crossed the state line because he's way the fuck ahead of them.
He's like in the middle of Nevada.
Wow, what a smart,
He's
intelligent film, Jackie. Already stupid in the first 30 seconds.
He's so far ahead that Zadar and his affirmational sidekick are talking about stopping in Baker to get donuts.
So,
We could get some tuna sandwiches.
man, that guy had a real mad on. He
Yeah.
went past us and never saw him again.
You go, buddy. Whatever.
Get some.
It's called suspending your disbelief.
Oh boy.
Nice job. Not a good defense.
Where are the shades?
I'm going to defend myself throughout this podcast.
All right. Yeah.
My disbelief was quite unsuspended. I am in disbelief right here. Anyways, so he's up there and he pops the rounds that are in his
The normal bullets go out.
38. It's his 38 special,
It's-
right?
Yeah, it looks like it might be a 357, but it's a snub nose, so it
It's
doesn't
too
really matter.
small.
It has an effective range of about 20 feet.
Yeah. So he pops out the rounds and puts in, I guess, special bullets.
Yeah.
He's
Which-
just got some bullets in his pocket.
I
that
don't. What are
better.
these are the less, because these just like hit the window and scare people.
Right.
So these are like the less deadly of the bullets.
Jackie, in your super intelligent movie, can you explain what these bullets are?
They're starter bullets.
Starter bullets.
They're like little rocks that go out and scare people to stop.
So like buckshot.
Candy
Scary
Candy Graham.
bullets.
Graham. They did. They popped like little peppermints on
Yeah.
the windshield. Candy Graham, slow it down.
Yeah, those bullets don't exist.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as candy gram bullets.
Oh.
Suspension of disbelief.
Uh-huh.
Moving on.
Yeah, that's twice. And we aren't even, I think we're at 45 seconds now.
Yeah.
So Robert Zadar's like, Jesus Christ, this guy's crazy. And he's like, I guess he's originally was just going to plow through him, but because he's got now a couple peppermints on his windshield,
Yeah.
he's like, I
like,
gotta stop.
So he locks them up
And then
so hard
it's the stupidest shot
that
ever.
him and his buddy fly out of the windshield.
The truck has already come to a complete stop, and then they fly out the
Yeah.
windshield.
Well, you gotta make it's gonna roll. If you go out the front windshield, you don't have all the brakes engaged. So they jumped out afterwards, I guess.
Bail!
Land-
Which direction? Forward!
Yeah, and land on their heads.
Yes, these two stunt guys have a bad day.
They have a bad day.
That's the craziest leap out of a truck, land on concrete with your face.
No, it's
stunt
not
ever.
because of fucking Police Story. same exact thing off the top of the double-decker bus.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's the same thing, only worse. But these guys didn't have a nice day either way.
No protective gear, flat on their heads on the asphalt. Owie.
But they were fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Robert Zadar and Greasy Spoony Guy are.
Affirmational sidekick.
Yeah. They're fine.
They're okay.
But pissed.
Not as pissed as some of the people we're about to meet.
Yeah. Yeah, the cops fly in and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing? God damn it, Tango! You son of a bitch!
City boy.
They're just packing gasoline or something.
Yeah.
You know, what are you even doing here? You're halfway through Mexico.
Yeah. This is Nevada. I don't even have jurisdiction here.
Why am I here?"
Why are we in Wyoming?
And there's this one cop who fucking... I want you to go ahead and give your best attempt to mimic this cop.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, it's hard because you don't have the sweet sunglasses and the hair.
Oh, he's as copy as you can cop.
He is, and at the same time, he's also like Muscle Beach. If he was... his head could look exactly the same, and you could dress him in nothing but jogging shorts, and he'd be like the same. He could give you the same spiel because you were lifting weights with the wrong etiquette at Muscle Beach.
Yeah,
and you believe him.
You didn't wipe down the bench after you got done doing bench press.
Yeah, so but in this case, he's a sheriff, and I got to remember there's three things you got to get to. There's the badge?
Badge, gun, and ass.
Okay, yeah. You're out of your jurisdiction. I want your badge. Gun in your ass.
A lot of people want to give it in the ass to Stallone.
Yes, I'm telling you, there's some very serious homoerotic undertones. Yeah, so he's like, "Who do you think you are, Rambo?" And Tango's like, "Rambo's a pussy."
Yeah.
And shoots a hole into the tanker truck. Everybody thinks it's going to explode.
The double whammy because a tanker truck in a movie will explode.
Right, of course. Yeah. Of course. But not this one because it's filled to the gills with cocaine.
Yep. Snowstorm.
How much cocaine is that?
Oh, God. That would be like $100 billion worth of cocaine.
I think it's in the trillions. That is tons of cocaine.
If it's filled up all the way,
well, halfway full either way.
Yeah, it broke somebody's bank. That person is now going to be killed, and their family will be killed, and anybody that their family knew will be killed because there's no cocaine.
You could finance the conqueror of Europe with as much cocaine as in that truck.
A lot of cocaine is in that truck.
Too much cocaine.
Yeah.
There's no way Jack Palance has this much cocaine.
That's a lot.
Weed? I could skip behind.
Yeah, but it would not have leaked out of the truck so nicely.
That wouldn't have been as dramatic.
Yeah. It's a lot of coke. So, speaking of Jack Palance, he drives by in his limousine because I guess he was just following this truck to make sure everything went okay. I guess when you have that much cocaine.
Yeah.
You should have better protection around this truck. There should be fucking tanks and Apache helicopters, not just a fucking limo like, "Oh, I guess I'll follow, make sure it gets there okay."
I'm probably not going to hire Zadar and his affirmational sidekick to drive the fucking
Absolutely, these guys can't be trusted with that much cocaine.
No.
But inside the limousine is also James Hong.
Yeah.
Whose character's name is Quan.
Quan, yeah.
Who did not grab any boobs in this movie.
He didn't really get a chance.
Didn't get a chance.
There's another guy in there. I don't know which actor this is, but his name is Lopez. These are the head of the Jack Palance crime syndicate, these three. They each have their own vice that they deal with, but they all answer to Jack Palance.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "I can't stand this Cash and Tango. It's either Cash or Tango."
You sound like a mad cheeseburger.
A mad cheeseburger.
Yep. That sounds like...
That's what the
The hamburger? The
Hamburger.
hamburger would sound like.
He doesn't have a voice.
If he talked, he would.
No, the hamburger says rubble rubble.
Oh, he does say rubble rubble.
Yeah. Steals your
None of us know anything about that, apparently.
So he's pretty grumpy. And Cash comes home to his apartment, which is a shithole. There's a hidden assassin in his mirror.
Yeah. Is that somebody else's apartment?
On the other side,
Because there's a lot of room back there. Is that his bedroom? I just don't know what's going on.
I thought it was the bathroom.
and there's just a complete hole in the wall, and
His
he hung a mirror on top
covers
of the
that.
hole.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a very odd trap.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, they get in a tussle, and they both fucking bail out the 2-story window. And it should be mentioned that Cash has a foot gun,
Yes,
Oh,
he
this
uses
thing was
his foot
cool.
gun.
boot gun.
Very cool.
I like this jump from the stuntman.
Yeah,
Jumps from the second story onto the car.
the first guy, that was great.
Yeah.
When Russell does it himself and he flops his leg straight out to land on the bag, you can tell that it's not good. But he does the stunt himself, so I'll give him that.
yeah. So they take off, chasing each other down the street, and it leads to a car garage. And the hidden assassin has gotten to a sweet, jacked-up Toyota truck from the 1983 version.
Which, do you have any idea how this truck got in the parking garage?
Well, I would assume he parked there.
Well, I don't, because he hits every fucking row of lights that he drives through. The car
it's
was
too
too
tall.
goddamn tall. How did they get it in there?
If I know anything about Toyota trucks from this area, you can jump them real easy. So he jumped
it,
up to the
yeah.
top.
Okay.
He did. He cleared all of that. There's just
Yeah.
a big ramp, one of those hanging down signs that says must have this clearance to reach inside. Otherwise, go around back and use the ramp to jump up on top.
I would have used the ramp anyway.
Duh, everybody uses the ramp anyways, Jaggy. So it should be mentioned also that they sneak in some boobs here.
Yeah, this is definitely a shot that was added probably with about 10 days left in post-production.
We got to get some gratuitous boobs here.
Yeah.
Let's just chuck out
We
some
already
titties.
got rated R, which is interesting because they dance on the rated R line the whole time. There's a couple of shots where you see blood come out of guys, and you're like, that's kind of a lot of blood, but it totally jump cuts away from them really quickly.
Yeah.
They were too gory during filming, apparently, so they had to back off of a lot of that.
And then to just get back into R, they had to chuck some boobs
No,
in.
again, it's not the back into the R. It's back into what John Peters feels is acceptable for the movie he's making.
Not
too
enough
heavy.
tits.
Yeah, well, you throw it in a couple boobs here and there when you're already in an R is fine for him because it's like, oh, he should honk the boob and they should make a sound. Honk. Look at those honkers. Maybe they put a bumper sticker on the car. It's a duck and it says honkers. That's the kind of shit you have to deal with sometimes when you're editing a movie.
For John Peters.
That sounds awful. Awesome.
How did these, what are these guys doing? Let's go to a parking garage and screw.
Yeah,
They're
why not?
adulterers.
Oh. Too cheap for a motel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's just use the back of my Buick.
Yeah.
All right.
Then he's got a bunch of air fresheners so it doesn't smell like sex in there later.
I don't think he does.
Smells like pine ranch. Mm.
And vag. They fuck up a lot of cars in here.
Yes, they do.
He's crashing. He steals a guy's car, chases the truck. The truck is then chasing him. It's like they're playing musical chairs with who's chasing who and crashing into whose car.
I don't know if any of the cars in this the only car, even the car with the people screwing in it, gets nudged.
Yeah.
So all the cars in this garage have been damaged.
Pretty much. But eventually Cash gets him and takes him into the police station because, hey, you're a bad guy. Shot at me. Meanwhile, Tango in his office has a lady come and visit him. It's shitty Vanity. Because you know what? This is the one movie where I would have preferred Vanity.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't like Terry Hatcher.
I don't
Sorry.
either.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I agree with you wholeheartedly because later, during the dancing sequence, this is obviously not her dancing. Vanity would have been able to do her own fucking dancing.
Yeah, she's just a shitty Vanity.
Yeah, and it's not like the acting would have been worse.
And you're led to believe that this is his girlfriend, that she's a bad, naughty girl, and she's going to go do this. And he's like, the only reason they say you're going to be a good girl is because you're usually a bad girl.
Yeah. I think I've seen this movie 12 times, and every time I'm like, it's his daughter. It's not even that.
It's all confusing. Jackie, who did you think it was his girlfriend?
Yeah, I thought it was his girlfriend up until he admitted that it was his sister.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, thanks for the spoiler alert.
And then I was like, ew.
Cash is interrogating his hitman, and uses a chair to step on his throat, I guess. And he gets the info that it's Quan. Quan set him up
Sure.
to kill
Well,
him.
Yeah.
And
Well, he doesn't know who it is, but he knows he's supposed to go to this address at 9 o'clock
yeah,
at night.
Yeah.
A little convenient.
Mm-hmm. Jack Palance is in his ultimate bad guy building.
It's a warehouse with a second story made of caramel.
Or, yeah. It's Werther's
Did
Originals
you know?
roof.
But yeah, it was like, whoa, yes, that. Oh, he lives in a caramel house.
And
How
it's-
lovely.
See, another candy reference.
Got a satellite dish on top of it and a chain link fence, and at no point in time would anybody drive by it and be like, I bet you no bad guys live there. That's where they cure cancer. No,
Oh.
that's where the bad guys are.
He probably is just getting cable TV,
Off the,
satellite.
yeah.
Cable. Wow. Okay.
Do you remember when satellite TV was a thing?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
We had to have them.
It still is, Jackie. DirecTV is a company that makes a lot of money every year.
Yeah, but the satellites used to be huge.
Big, huge satellite dishes. Yes, that was the time. I think he's doing nefarious things if I'm driving by this building, but that's just me.
Or making a lot of caramel.
So much that they got to put it on their roof.
Well, I'm going, well, it's nice, but I think that they should finish off the rest of the trim with caramel. The metal siding is a little shoddy on this thing if I'm going to be splitting hairs for the architect behind this.
He's inside going, I want to not whack Tango and Cash. I want to keep them alive. And his other guys are like, we'll just kill him. We'll just fucking kill
shoot
him.
him. Just get a gun and shoot him. It's over with.
It's over. It's done.
Just-
No. I want to put them in a maze because
Yeah.
they're mice. And I like mice. And I have a box of mice on my
I
desk.
have a box of pet mice that I love, but I don't love them enough to give them a good home. I make them live in this box. And I
And
just
they
pull
just-
them out every once in a while and rub them on my face.
It's like a cigar box. Like a long ass cigar box.
Yes. It's
That's not a home for a critter
No,
Yeah, it looked like a jewelry box.
for mice,
Yeah.
on his desk.
rats, or whatever.
And you know that box has to smell just fucking awful.
There would be shit everywhere
Yeah, shit and piss. And then they'd hump and there'd be all these babies in there.
that will die because there's no fucking food or air.
Yeah.
Jack Palance isn't a good pet owner.
No,
No.
it would have been funny though if like they would have really ran with the whole like love of mice thing. He just has those multicolored tunnels running all over his bad guy. Like, and there's just fucking rats constantly. It's like Rat World. They're having the best fucking time ever. Nobody can get a goddamn thing done, but these rats are just having the greatest time, and he just watches them all day.
I'm kind of a recluse. So I guess I don't know. He's gonna set a trap for Tango and Cash.
We apparently already has because it's the same info that Kurt Russell's already gotten.
Yeah,
it leads to this. So he's already 5 steps ahead of the movie.
And so is Tango because he's already just following Brian James.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that guy looks bad and he's got a briefcase there. I'll follow him.
Yep.
And they go to an abandoned warehouse. And
No, wait, you're leaving out the best part of the mice thing.
all right.
The maze that he has built into his bar.
Well,
Where he
kind of-
puts him in there and then he's like, and it'll be a trap. And then he shuts him in like,
And then
There,
they,
and he's a dick. You know what? There's probably not even any cheese at the end of that maze.
probably not.
but they get to go back into a small box afterwards.
Hooray.
I mean, yeah.
Well, they already have brain damage. That much we know from the lack of oxygen.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, Tango's following Brian James, which leads to a warehouse. And inside the warehouse is Cash, because Cash is following the tip he got from the interrogation. And so they bump into each other. Hey, what the fuck are you doing here? I almost shot you in the face. Oh, yeah? Well, I almost shot you in the dick. Hey, your gun's as big as mine is. Oh, yeah? Well, you're a fucking chode. Oh, yeah? I love you.
I love you. I don't even care if there's drugs here. I want to be on you.
I miss your musk.
I want to push my face into your chest and just smell it. I don't even know.
This whole scene starts the entire movie right here because from here on, it's just a dick off.
It is.
Who can be the bigger fucking dick?
No, it's like they get their dicks out, and then they have to get 100 different tape measures to make sure that it's an accurate.
Where are we
reading.
measuring from?
Yeah, that's a Stanley. We need to get something else out here.
Are we using the TRS equation? Are we measuring from the back of the balls? Are we including the balls? Well, of course we include the balls.
Where are you starting your measurement? From your knee? Because that's too low.
Inside a back room is this dead guy. Hey, there's a dead guy. He's not doing anything, but he's got a wire on him. Why the fuck has he got a wire on him? I don't know. And then a bunch of cops run in, and they're like, freeze, motherfuckers! We're on your side. No, you're not. You're bad guys. Because that's your gun on the floor there, Tango. And that's your gun's lead in the dead guy over there, Tango.
And none of this other stuff makes any sense.
No, that was Cash's
Whatever.
stuff.
It doesn't matter.
They're all under arrest.
Yeah, they're under arrest.
It matters to me.
Okay.
Because Tango was smart enough not to keep his fucking gun in a locker.
It's Cash's gun. Oh, no.
Cash is retard.
So there's a tape put together. That's what the wire was for. It's just recorded what they said in the room, but mixed it in a way that shows that they murdered this guy. And the trial happens, and they're like, oh, man, we're going to get fucking convicted. So they make a plea bargain. They're supposed to get 18 months in a minimum security prison.
They don't, though.
They don't?
It seems pretty, short. 18 months for killing some
After
dude?
a plea bargain and you're a cop and you've never done anything ever, you're super cop, I think that's that's my least plausible event in this film.
All right.
So yeah, they get put in Supermax instead. Like somebody got bribed and it's like, hey, you're going not to minimum security, you're going to federal pound me in the ass prison.
Place where you locked everybody up.
Yeah.
Super cops.
Robert Zadar's there. There's a bunch of other baddies.
Can we talk about the condition of the prison?
This place
Is a shithole.
is a disaster zone.
There's fucking fire.
There's
fires going in the corners of the hallway.
It is implied to me that it is light your trash on fire and throw it at people Thursday. Like, hey, did you get all your trash? Because you know what today is. Have some matches, light some shit on fire, and throw it at each other. Day.
Escape from New York.
Yeah.
Manhattan Island prison is a nice place compared to this prison.
How do these prisoners have access to flaming trash?
That's what I want to know.
And then even when it's not flaming trash, like in the cell is quite shabby.
And they have contraband. Fucking Clint Howard has a slinky that he could poke somebody's eye out with that thing.
You could do a lot of things with a slinky. It would have to be a plastic slinky.
Yeah, maybe a plastic slinky. Even then, you could probably file it down somehow and shank a guy.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Give somebody a paper cut.
Use it to make fire again.
How do you make a fire with
plastic?
plastic slinky?
Gonna just catch it on fire.
Oh my God, that's not making a fire with it.
And then watch it go downstairs while it's on fire.
Yeah, to create other fires because the place is already a shithole that's on fire.
Trash everywhere.
It just takes a little nudge and then it's, domino effect.
God, even the concrete's on fire.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. That fire over there is on fire.
Not to mention the toilet in the one room is just fucking disgusting.
Again, I'm fine with that one.
Well, I'm sure
It
that
is
that's what
prison,
it is.
Jackie.
But
They don't give you toilet brushes and some 1,000 flushes.
they don't put one of those cool little Clorox stars on it.
No, I don't think so. You're lucky if you get one of those tablets, salty tablets in the urinals.
What's that for?
I have no idea.
Is it to keep the pee smell down?
What are those
Supposed
things?
to
The
be
hockey
the-
pucks in the
Yeah,
urinal.
it's supposed to keep the smell at bay.
Either that or it's supposed to make cavemen try to aim for it so they stop pissing on the floor.
I thought that they were delicious cookies.
Delicious, yummy numbers, gummy cakes.
Here's your free cookie for pee-pee.
It's like a mint on a pillow in a hospital. Just go in and get your gummy cake before you go pee.
So they're putting general population, and a bunch of guys are like, "We're gonna fucking kill you, Tango and Cash. You put us in, your sons of bitches." Robert Zadar's like, blah, 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 blah.
Pretty much.
Tango.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any metal, but we can like bang cups on. But
Attica!
we're gonna get you. Oh, very scary.
So
And they all have paper that they can throw.
that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't make any sense.
And it's too much trash. Even if it's a little bit of trash, there's so much trash.
This is why the place is on fucking fire. There's loose paper everywhere.
Absolutely. So in the middle of the night, they get nabbed, and they're taken down to the laundry chute and shoved down it, which sends them down to the laundry room. And inside the laundry room is a bunch of dudes ready to fuck them up,
Ready? Yep.
including Robert Zadar. And Jack Palance. Wait, what? Jack Palance is here?
Jack Palance is in the prison.
What's he doing here?
Just whatever he wants to do.
And he doesn't even, they don't even see him, really. They just hear, I'm gonna kill you and Cash. Then I'm gonna stand over here behind this generator thing.
Yeah, things.
Yeah, dude, he just stayed in the shadows the whole time, which is fine because he's not an attractive man.
Jack Palance, he's
Well, at this
better
time,
looking than
he's
Brian James.
probably co-opting the production for a skin bracer commercial. So he's like, while this fight's going on, he's, confidence is sexy, don't you think? Doing a skin bracer commercial in the alley.
What?
Jackie doesn't remember that.
You don't remember the skin bracer?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, Jack Palance used to be this cheapest aftershave ever.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Palance uses it, so I should.
Because he's a good actor.
Yeah, if I do this like Jack Palance, then I can go to prison for sexual harassment.
Just look at this catalog of awful movies that he was
done,
in.
yeah.
Let's make him the face.
And at the same time, in the movies, he's creepy enough that it's almost like James Hong should have been pushing Old Spice,
Yeah.
grabbing a lady by her crotch. Old Spice, yeah.
So Brian James comes out. And he's like, Brian James. Oh, boy. I know you like him a lot, Sam.
Oh, this is the best.
His British accent
it's awful.
is fucking terrible.
And the best part about it is,
It's
that
worse than Kevin Costner's.
in the context of the disaster of this production, he's only supposed to be there for like a day.
Mm-hmm.
He just has a bit part as a heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, fuck it, I'm going to do a Cockney accent. So Russell and Stallone fall in love with it, and his part just gets bigger and bigger every day because his Cockney accent is so brilliant. He himself knows that it sucks, or knew because he's dead now, but he knew that it sucks, but he was like, fuck it, my check just keeps getting bigger. Oh, here you go, governor.
I'm going to ham it up.
Exactly. So he's just going to town.
Top of the morning to you,
He's
bad guy.
freelancing all over apparently, according to him, by the end of it, he's rewriting some of the script too. He's just freelancing all over this joint. As long as the check gets bigger, Brian James will show up to work.
I am going to say that Brian James was somebody I just forget about all the time.
Sure. He's a character actor.
Yeah.
But then I realized that me and Brian James do the exact same British accent.
That is
Yeah.
pretty much the...
Yeah.
Job, governor! And I was like, oh my God, that's me as a man. And then I loved him.
Bollocks! Everything is bollocks!
Oh, the governor made me do it.
Terrible. So they fight, a bunch of guys, but goes south. They don't win, and they get strung up on above these tanks of water that they're gonna hang them in and then zap them with electricity, which they do.
And then it doesn't fucking kill him.
It doesn't kill him.
It makes him sad.
A little sad
That's all it does. Welcome
for each other.
to the water pools of sorrow, Tango and Cash. It seems a lot more menacing. No, you're just going to be very sad. Are you sure? Because it seems like it should kill me. No, just very sad.
They don't die.
Well, but when they're not getting shocked, they're screaming at the other one.
Yeah,
Tango!
Cash! Tango! And then after
If
they're
only I could hold you right now.
after they're so like shocked and it's into sadness, they're Tango, you okay? Tango, so sad.
Some guards bust in. Everybody flees. Brian and James and Jack Palance just kind of fade into the shadows, I guess.
They just leave.
They're like Batman.
Oh, the jig is up. Let's go to the car that's parked right here and drive off.
Let's go back to that limousine.
Well, their buddy is the assistant. It's actually Cash's buddy. He's the assistant warden. And he's like, I'm going to help you guys out. I think your best chance is to just escape.
Yeah, just get out of here.
So I'm going to set something up so you guys can bail. And Cash is like, I'm all in. And Tango's like, I don't think I'm in. I think I'm gonna hang out here, see how it goes.
Got a nice room to clean, Howard.
You know
What
what?
Twinkies?
I thought he spoke very well during this film.
Oh yeah,
I can understand him.
yeah. I can understand Stallone in every movie. It's just fun to make fun of him.
Well, shut up. I love him.
Okay. So Cash goes into a tunnel, gets a crowbar, and he's gonna break out. But then all of a sudden, his buddy, the assistant warden, flops in front of him, and he's been slit from neck to nuts, and he's quite dead.
Quite dead.
Robert Zadar's
Matt, no.
coming down the.
Robert
end of the
Zadar
tunnel.
is held. I think you had it right. He's head of the Canine Prison Escape Task Force. At
But
the same
he's
time
an
being a
inmate.
prisoner. Yeah, anything goes at this place.
Okay, all
We've got
right.
fires.
Robert Zadar is not in charge of fire putting outing or
No.
paper cleanup.
Just running down men
Yeah.
that he
All right.
doesn't like.
So he's chasing them, and Tango shows up to help Cash get out, and they run through the tunnels, and they end up on some rooftop somehow, and they have to sneak through some transformers.
Yes,
Power
they have to
transformers.
go through the
Don't
power.
touch those wires as they go by.
You touch them both. Zowies.
Yeah. And then they're going to zip line down some power lines with their belts. And then once they get on the other side of the fence, they're clear.
Which
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they do not give you belts in prison.
I'm pretty sure they don't give you belts in prison. You get jumpsuits. Jumpsuits don't need belts. That's why you get a jumpsuit, is because your pants stay on because you're wearing a onesie.
Well, that and they don't want you to hang yourself because that's just cheating.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or you could fold them in
Zip
half.
line away.
You could do that, or you could fold them in half and make that snappy sound and annoy everybody a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Wardens hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You take the buckle off and you use it as clackers. Do a Mexican hat dance. That'll show them.
Wardens hate that.
You can take my freedom, but you'll never get my sass.
Cash makes it. He gets escaped, and Tango's just about to, but Robert Zadar busts up there and he's got a fucking boat anchor.
I think it's what it is.
He like hooks him.
Oh, it's a grappling hook. Why does he have that?
Yeah, a grappling hook that's on a chain.
That's huge. It would be like shot out of a cannon if it was.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
Grappling hooks don't have chains.
No, it doesn't. It's an odd object.
Yeah. So they fight, they tussle, but eventually it leads to Robert Zadar getting kicked into the transformers that he grabs onto and gets quite electrocuted.
Or as I would like to call it, the Zadarbecue.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Hey, yo. God
This
rest his soul.
podcast is over.
Did he die in 2016 or was it 2015?
It was last year.
Yeah, so he's one of the ones that went.
Or not last. Well, 2015, I think. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
all right. So he died in the good year. There's ever a year to die, and it was 2015.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, glorious year. Glorious death year.
I missed it.
Yeah. He blew it. So he's fried up. Tango slides down, and they're like, hey, let's split up. If we ever need to meet each other, go to the strip joint and ask for Catherine. Okay, cool, dude. Thumbs up, bud.
I don't know if it's a strip joint. It's a classy.
I don't know what this
Dance
place is.
show.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I don't know either.
He calls it the club,
Yeah.
and it's got electric lights.
We'll get to it. Got a lot of stuff to get there first.
It's a gentleman's review.
Cash visits the. I guess this guy is the LAPD's version of Q.
Yeah, I don't know if they never actually attach him to the police department.
I thought that there's guys inside
Oh, wait.
this room wearing LAPD
There
jackets.
was, and they has the police dog that is a robot stuffed animal.
For old people, though.
I don't know.
That doesn't work.
You know,
Well, the outside of the building said that it was like R&D
yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's
security R&D, and so
fucking Q.
yeah.
He's got gadgets.
he's super gadget.
But if they could have gotten that dog working, I would have bought one.
Okay, so best case scenario, how does this fucking dog work?
You have it pointed, and if somebody gets in front of it, you can shoot them.
You pull its tail and they shoots.
No, it's like one of those lights outside of your house that clicks
Oh.
on if somebody goes
motion
underneath it.
detecting.
So it's the dog that kills your child.
Or a mailman.
Or Aunt Gladys.
Yeah. This is not what I want in my house.
Nope.
Oh, I do. at every major entrance.
So that it would shoot the other dogs that we have.
No, because the dogs, you put up a little baby gate behind it, right? So the dogs couldn't get in front of it.
You know what? If you want home security, let's just hire a guy. I don't want this.
No, I think you should go with where Jackie's headed, like a bunch of exploding dogs that are, and then you have gates throughout your household. So you're living in a prison that's also the game Mousetrap.
It could kill you.
It could kill you. Your home has become a joke and the most deadly game at the same time.
And actually, best case scenario is that the dog doesn't work and it just explodes its own head. So you spend a bunch of money on this stupid gun dog that dies.
It dies.
And then they just kick the baby gate over and come in anyway.
Yeah, this thing sucks.
No, it's just a stuffed animal with a 22 in its noggin.
I loved it though. I would buy one.
Okay.
So Cash gets some guns, and Tango finds the FBI guy that set up the whole thing, I guess. And he's like, ugh. But he gets exploded?
Yeah, he's like, I'll never talk. It doesn't matter. I'm a dead man anyway. He has a real interesting conversation with himself in Stallone's presence.
Yes.
Like, he doesn't really get interrogated. He's
No.
sort of, I don't know anything, but it doesn't matter.
My
'cause
life
I'm
isn't
dead
worth
meat.
shit.
My wife hates me. I'm going to go into the garage.
I can't even make a good cup of coffee.
Yeah. And I will give the guy one thing, because he's running away and he goes into the garage and then he can lock it with the key faster than Stallone can grab the handle.
True.
But then he explodes.
He gets exploded.
And
Yeah, so they were going to kill him anyway.
Yeah. Cash visits the tape expert, the guy that pieced the tape together. He's the sound guy, I guess.
Michael Jeter
Yeah,
of
Evening Shade.
oh yes, he was in Evening Shade. He's also Elmo off of Sesame Street.
Oh, really?
What?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's also the guy that has the rat in the Green Mile.
Yeah.
So he's like, gets him fucked up, but he gets the info, or he fucks up his place and gets the info about who's in charge.
See, I think that Kurt Russell goes too far. He's gonna get everything he needs. He's just blowing that guy's shit up for no reason.
Well, that's fun.
It is probably kind of fun.
Cash finds Catherine because he needs to now hook up with Tango and be like, hey, I got this info, and she's at this fancy club that's
Gentleman's Review.
Gentleman's Review. I like that.
That's better known as the Rhino Club around here.
Well, no, because that has nudity.
That's a strip joint.
Yeah, it's a strip joint.
But it's called the Gentleman's Review.
They're churching it up.
Yeah, this is dancing ladies that keep their clothes on. Exotic dancing ladies. She's got a fucking drum set on
It's
stage.
a show. It's not
Yeah.
for sex.
Yeah,
It's kind of for sex.
kind of for sex.
Because they're not talent. I mean, she can't play the drums for
No, she
shit.
stinks. He immediately falls in love with her. Cops come in. Oh, shit. They're going to find me. So he goes into the back dressing room. Hey, boobs. Lots of boobs here.
At least 3 sets that I counted.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, okay, come with me. I'll take you to Tango. And, well, how are we going to get out of here? There's only one way. I got to go drag.
Saxophone.
Because 2017.
Yeah.
This is the only way that this movie could say these two men are gay. Here's your evidence in 1989. And so he goes out as sexy Kurt Russell. Does Kurt Russell look like a woman?
Nope.
No, he looks terrible.
He would be the least paid male female prostitute on the block, because every John would be like, that's a dude.
I don't know. I think that there's probably a certain the element that goes for that sort of thing is actually looking for the dude in the dress more than the one that looks kind of like,
Who, Eddie Murphy?
yeah.
Okay,
It's
all
like,
right.
I want to be. I'm not gay. Nope.
Just want to get tugged off by a man.
That man's obvious. That's a woman. Look at that man in a dress.
Look at
How
that
pretty-
gorgeous
how pretty
Adam's apple.
He is with his facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pirate wearing a mini skirt.
I love his balls.
Yeah.
Her balls.
I think Kurt Russell will do real well.
Okay, all right.
Because that's, I think he's right. He's the target market, I guess.
So they walk out and get onto a bike, and this fucking doofus cop. He's not even like awesome cop. He's like parking attendant cop, meter maid cop.
He's the desperate guy at every party that you're like, oh man, he is not gonna get with anybody at this party.
No.
And everybody at this party is super fucking wasted. They're all fucking single. And you know what? They're all just like, you know what? I've given up on life. And they still look at this guy and go, pass.
I'm pass. And he says my favorite line of the movie. I'll just go ahead and disclaim it right now.
Yeah.
Any chance at a three-way?
Yeah. Hey, three-way?
Come on. Look at me. I mean, seriously. There's a chance,
Yeah.
right? Come on. No, there's no fucking chance, buddy. Even if Kurt Russell was a lady, that's all you said? Any chance at a three-way? Sure.
And then he
What
gets-
ladies are going to say that?
You know, none of them. He gets hit by 2 cigarettes. It's one of those situations that his superior officer would have been like, Bill, you know that I'm supposed to fire you. The only reason I'm not going to is because that went so poorly
That was the worst.
that it's hilarious.
That was the worst, Bill.
You've learned your own lesson here, but I mean, really, put it together, buddy.
So back to her place. He gets a massage, and it's very Austin Powers-y.
Well, he slipped a disc, Justin. He needs this medical massage
Right, yeah.
with panties on his self.
Yeah, he hasn't bothered to change into pants.
No,
We should keep that in mind.
he's still dressed in drag, and Tango comes in. He's thinking that they're boning, and he's like, "Oh, fucking bastard!" But he sees a prowler before he can do anything about it, and so he tackles him through the screen door. But it's their captain,
Yep.
played by
Jeffrey Lewis,
Jeffrey Lewis.
father of Juliette Lewis.
No, Louis Arquette.
No, it's Jeffrey Lewis.
Who's Louis Arquette?
Was he the bad guy that wasn't James Hong?
Let's find out. No, that's Mark Alamo.
Mark Alamo, yeah, is the other bad guy.
Oh, Louis Arquette was the FBI guy. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Catherine is Ray's sister. Oh, cool. Okay. So I guess Cash wants to bone her. He wants to be inside of her. That's okay now.
Mostly.
Mostly. They find Brian James because the captain gave them his name, and they torture him, hang him upside down, and he's like, "I'm not going to tell you anything. Cheerio."
Oh, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
Not
The
one bit.
view is great from here.
I love
Piss
it.
off.
Piss off, you bullocks. And then they put on a good cop, worst cop show,
Oh boy.
which I like. It's fun.
Yeah, it's all right.
They get the info. I don't know what it is. I guess
The
drive to
guy's
Jack
name
Palance's
is Jack Palance's
Carmel Palace.
name, I guess.
The Carmel Palace.
The Carmel
on,
Palace. I think they
Highway
just no, they
32.
just tell he just name is all they get.
Yeah.
They don't ask for an address. He probably would have given it to him because he's been there.
Now they just tie him up on top of a building and then they walk away. How do you? Is he just up there forever? He's not, because he's in the movie at the end.
Yeah, he probably just breaks out.
Somebody came up to the roof for a cigarette and they're like, oh my God.
There's a man with a terrible British accent up here. How about that? And a grenade at his feet and pee everywhere.
So they unzipped his pants, looked at his wiener, and they're like, not worth it. And they untied him and let him go.
His wiener is clearly inferior to our wieners.
Well, I don't have a wiener. So.
No, I'm talking about Tango and Cash, you nerf.
Oh, no.
So they go and visit Q again, and they get a James Bond truck. This thing is bananas.
I am trying to think of a stupider movie mobile, and I have a hard time.
I would say the mega weapon from not Laser Blast. Shit. Yeah.
But for like a blockbuster,
Chuck Norris's rocket motorcycle from Delta Force is pretty stupid.
it's
Oh, I
not
loved that.
near as stupid as this.
You can love something that's stupid, Jackie.
Yeah, but it's not nearly as stupid as this.
This thing is really dumb.
This
It's-
is like a Subaru Outback with a Suzuki
No,
Sidekick.
it's a Chevy 1-ton pickup.
Is
yeah,
it?
It's
Yeah,
a
with a
Chevy
bunch of
1-ton
fucking kit.
with a bunch of plastic on it, just
And-
everywhere.
A minigun mounted on the side.
And another minigun in the front flap. There's like a little front flap
Uh-huh.
machine gun that comes.
Armor. It's got a computer inside of it.
TV,
voice communication or video communication.
Yeah, video phone.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, this thing. It could go 0 to 60 in 5 seconds.
He was saying that it'll do a low 10 quarter mile.
Very fast. Probably doesn't get good gas mileage.
Well, it doesn't. We find that out. Yeah.
So anyways, they get a post-production tip from their Q guy on where to go, and they pull up, and they're like, yep, this looks like the place. This is a warehouse made out of caramel. We're going to have to go in hot.
So the tip is
to melt it.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Gonna make carameled apples.
We're going to salt this place up.
Hopefully brought some wet naps. It's sticky. Because they just get the guy's name and then they tell the guy from Scrooged, that's the gadget guy, here's the guy's name, give us the info. And then he tells them once they're already there.
Uh-huh.
But what he tells them is that the Franco airfield was invented by the Air Force. Which somehow helped, because they're already there, one.
They hold the patent on Franco airports.
I guess. Huh.
Yeah. The only way to get through and to enter this place is to jump through the gate. There's a road. Let me explain the physics of Jackie's intelligent film. There's a road that leads to a gate. The gate is closed. I understand that. On the other side of the gate is a fucking 10-foot drop-off. So even if the gate's open, you still have to jump to get into the place.
Yep.
Well, you were supposed to go around the corner. You're supposed to work your way through the maze, not be a butthole and just cheat and jump off the...
You have to go up to the Gumdrop parking lot.
How do you take
and then
deliveries?
You go down the Choco slide.
How do you take deliveries at this place when the only way to get through is to jump it?
Well, you're the delivery guy and you buzz in. And you're like, I don't see a clear entrance. And the other side of the intercom, somebody goes, looks like you're gonna have to jump.
I'm
And
FedEx.
And then they don't say anything for a long time, and you're like, fuck it. I'm doing this.
Jump it. Yeah, all right,
Jump
fine.
it.
I'm going to jump it. I'm going to tell my boss the reason the FedEx truck is wrecked is because I was trying to do my job.
And then he's like, so you actually jumped it? Yeah. Then he high fives you, but you're still fired.
Yes. Inside, Jack Palance also has a bunch of gun trucks. He has 10 to 20 trucks that have guns bolted to them.
I think the most implausible thing about these trucks is that they have the KC lights.
Mm-hmm.
Like every truck or Bronco or whatever it is has a full row of 4 of those.
Mm-hmm.
But then like security police lights on top of that. As if the other ones were like, you have to have both. You need both of those.
And
up
guns.
there.
And guns on our hood, of course.
Guns on the hood, too, yeah.
Well, we need to know which cars are ours, Sam.
Yeah.
They've also got missile trucks, we should mention.
Yes, they don't work well because
No.
they only shoot the gun trucks that are on their own. You're shooting your own men. Just keep it up.
And Jack Palance is watching this all go down on a video screen. He's like, get them. Love it. There is so many explosions here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Meanwhile, does this at all look like an airfield?
Sure. I don't know what this place is because they've just got gasoline drums anywhere. And it's like a track that you go to like see monster trucks jump over shit in. Like those guys in the motorcycles doing heel clickers and stuff. That's what this is.
No, it's like a quarry and a supercross track with a Choco warehouse on the outside of it.
And explosive devices wherever you want.
Wherever. It is not an airfield.
You know what it is?
Huh.
It's RC Pro-Am.
It is
It's
RC
that sweet game from 1989. Speaking of monster trucks, Jack Palance has a gun monster truck.
That just goes away.
It just fucks off.
It just fucks off. It does some okay stuff and then it leaves.
He has a monster truck, Jackie.
Well, it's okay to be, what's that word?
Eccentric.
Eccentric, yeah.
He's definitely that.
When you got that kind of money. I mean, the guy's living in a caramel house, Justin.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can afford a monster truck.
Okay, all right.
But it is his pride and joy. So he's like, look, you take it out.
You jump something.
You jump something. You maybe shoot off a few rounds. And then you fucking bring that back
Park
in here.
it without a scratch.
Yeah.
no scratches on that one.
I mean, if it looks like it's going sideways, just nope. You let those other dumpers take it.
If I find one scratch on it, I'm gonna bury your sister. What? So they get smashed up a little bit. There's these two big tractors that kind of smush them, but they climb on top of those tractors and
yeah, they steal the tractors so that they can park them next to each other.
yeah, which they smash their way into the warehouse.
Yeah,
Which is just filled with guns and stuff.
guns and drugs. What? No caramel.
Guns and drugs and rock and roll.
Jack Palance is Catherine. I guess he nabbed her at some point when we weren't looking.
Oh, Brian James has her first. Or yeah,
Okay.
they all have her.
They all have her. But
Whoa.
ugh.
Hey.
He's also got a self-destruct system.
This is a good point that we have to talk about later when it gets.
Yeah.
This resolves itself.
There's a timer. He set the bombs to his caramel warehouse to explode in like 10 minutes or something. I don't
12
know.
minutes.
Yeah. And Tango and Cash find some gun guys and shoot at them. They shoot everybody. They blow all them away. But Cash takes a bullet for Tango because they're bros. And I think it hits him in the elbow.
It's like in the forearm or something, but
Yeah.
it's a clean exit, so it's just a minor hindrance.
You just blew out all your bones in your arm, but whatever.
It's okay.
It just went. It passed between the radial and the ulnar bone, and it's fine.
Look at the big brain on Jackie. So now Brian James has Catherine. He's like, I'm gonna fucking cut her. And Tango's like, or Cash is like, I could take him, I could shoot him, but I guess he's,
Drop your guns. Oh, I have to. Well, there's another guy here now. Wait, is that Kevin McDonald from the? I still can't tell if it's Kevin
I
McDonald
don't
from
know
the
who
Kids
this
in the
guy.
Hall.
He just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's just some stunt guy that knows karate,
Takes Cash's gun.
so that they can have a fist fight.
Everybody getting a fist fight now.
Yeah,
And he just chucks Catherine through a doorway.
she just kind of falls down on her
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
Dude, she's a prop.
Yeah.
This is the early 90s. She's just a prop in this movie.
So they get in a big fist fight. They win. Tango Cash do. Brian James gets exploded by a grenade in his pants. They shoot Jack Palance in the kneecaps. Because
Yeah.
he gets Catherine, and he's behind like this fucking funny
Hall
farm
of Mirrors
this-
business.
in
That
his
I bet
caramel
was
palace.
a lot longer sequence that sucked a bunch of ass that they just cut down to that.
Yeah. Shoot him in the kneecaps on 3, 1, 2, bam! Right in the forehead.
Yep.
They
Oh,
grab
my
Catherine.
sight must have been off.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, they get Catherine after Jack
Mhm.
Palance has been shot, and there's only 21 seconds left. What was Jack Palance's plan?
What? Is he just going to blow himself
He's
up?
just gonna blow up with everybody.
He doesn't own a helicopter. I mean, he might, but at no point do we see a helicopter at all.
No,
There's not even time for him to get into a helicopter
no.
Maybe he's got a bomb shelter.
in his Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah,
I
like
doubt it.
he's going to slit her throat and then drop down like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, he like pulls the statue's head and then he just shook.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has an escape that goes horribly wrong where it's okay. And he pulls the lever and it shoots them out of the top of the building without a parachute or anything, and they just hit a cornfield and die like 400 yards away from the building.
That would have been awesome. So they outrun the explosion. Yeah, we made it. Good job. High five, freeze frame.
Wait,
I'm going to date your sister.
over my dead body.
Works for me. Love you. Credits. And they also become hero cops again. The front page of the news.
Yeah, hero cops again. In case you were wondering.
Questions, Jackie.
This goes back to the very end of the movie, actually.
Okay.
So when they do the, I'm going to date your sister, and he goes, over my dead body. So then later, Kurt Russell kills Stallone, and then over his dead body, asks Terry Hatchett out.
Terry Hatcher.
Yeah.
If
How
you
do
are
you
to
think
take
that goes?
literally, yeah, absolutely. Or they just bone on top of Tango.
They bone on top of Catherine because they're gay.
No, he's dead. You
Oh.
totally didn't
He's
pay
not
attention
gonna-
to Jackie right
Yeah, I
there.
know. He doesn't kill her. He's like, or he doesn't kill him. He's like, you're right. I have always loved you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. If they had gone to a minimum security prison, would things have gone better for Jack Palance?
I think they would have gone better for Tango and Cash.
Well, of course. But here's the deal. If they were all ready to go in for 18 months, like, yep, that's what's going to happen to us. Stick them in minimum security for 18 months and just fuck off. Instead, Jack Palance bribes a guy to send him to the Supermax prison that they fucking escape out of and then kill him.
Yeah, well,
Bad plan, buddy.
James Hong was like, let's just shoot him.
Let's just fucking shoot him.
Yeah, let's just shoot him.
So Jack Palance is pretty much the worst bad guy that's in charge of all the crime in the world.
He takes rats out of a box and rubs them on his face. The guy makes no sense.
Do you really think that he could have made it to the top of this criminal syndicate?
No.
With this type of planning, I'll be number one.
Yeah, ugh.
I don't think you will, Jack.
He's got more TVs than anybody else.
I think you stink.
Yeah.
You're a bad boss.
That's not true. He gave out aftershave every
Yeah,
Christmas.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, more of this shit.
So they really go back to prison, though, right?
Yeah. Because there's
They
no
blow
evidence.
up all the evidence.
There's none evidence.
All they have is that they've killed some people, and after they escaped from prison,
Uh-huh.
so they just
First off, they broke into private property and then murdered everybody that was there.
was there, and then this is after they broke out of prison.
They don't just get to go to 18-month where they were supposed to go originally now. They go to the chair.
Yeah, they're in bad shape.
No.
No?
No.
Because you don't want them to? Where's the evidence, Jackie, that says...
They have the tapes.
No, they don't!
Well, they didn't take him into the battlefield with them.
They don't have shit!
They do have one Memorex tape from Michael Jeter,
Yeah.
That
And
says,
he's a witness that
that we
says
don't
that
even
he was
hear.
threatened.
but they still escaped from prison, which is illegal,
and then killed
and
a
then
bunch
killed
of guys
all
in
those
private
people when they weren't police
property.
officers.
They're not police officers. They have
which
no badges.
is still very illegal.
Or you just go, you know what? I don't know what happened out there.
I don't know what.
There's no
happened.
fucking
Tell us.
evidence, right? The security cameras have all been burned.
No, there's evidence. There's evidence of a huge, massive explosion. Cops pull up, and those two are banging on top of Terry Hatcher. They're going to fucking prison for their lives.
You know, they were just out there for a picnic. Anyway.
That takes care of my questions.
Yeah, that was my question. So
Jackie?
What was the deal with Jack Pence and
Palance
and the mazes?
What about he's fucking nutty?
It's just to make him look nutty.
No, not to like. Why did they put that in the movie? Because it's not a good movie, Jackie. They're trying to make him look. Wow, what a diabolical. He's like a James Bond villain. No, he's a fucking moron.
he's a jackass.
He's a jackass.
All right, you guys are out of questions because I got one more.
Okay,
All right.
go ahead.
The most important question of the film.
Uh-huh.
During the shower scene, when they're both walking to get into the shower, who do you think had the better buns? Who wins the Hot Cross Buns Award for this movie?
Well,
The-
I think you get to answer this,
Yeah,
Jackie.
Kurt Russell, who obviously does not tan his ass because it was white and he had short marks.
Okay.
Or is it Sylvester Stallone, which obviously lays around naked because his butt was completely tan?
All right.
Whose butt was
You
not
tell
as saggy?
us!
You tell us.
We're not gay men. They just look like men's butts to me.
Oh my God, they were both so great. But I'm going with Stallone.
Stallone.
Stallone's buns were just a little more, not as droopy, and they kind of moved a little bit more when he walked. And I was like, yeah, show me some balls. But that didn't
Show
happen.
me some balls. The part that everyone likes the most. The balls. Let me see your hair. Let me see your hair sack. I want to see that thing, Stallone. I didn't care about your wiener. Just let me see your balls.
She is one of the weirdest people that's ever lived, dude. I'm telling
You
you.
just get a,
If Jackie,
get
Jackie
so
was a
happy.
crime syndicate lord, she would also have a rat maze
yeah.
because she's fucking daffy. And a shitty British accent. She'd just combine all of the bad guys.
You won't show me. You better show me your balls.
Get out your coin pass. What?
Never mind the bullocks.
That's not a very nice going puss now, is it?
All right, keep an eye out for her. I already said my favorite line. Any chance at a three-way, Sam?
Yeah, I'm gonna go, and I don't know. It's not really a line. Just Jack Palance having an orgasm during the monster truck sequence.
Ooh, yeah. Jackie?
I'm going to put brown sugar in your ass. That's my favorite line in the whole movie. That guy just delivered it so well. He was like, I'm not really committed, but I'm going to say it because it's my only line. Like, he wasn't even, like, he was trying to hide his face behind the bars. Like, I don't want to say it.
Best and worst hair. Damn.
The cop has the best hair.
The cop from the beginning.
The sunglass cop from
Yeah.
the I'm gonna have your ass has the best hair.
Yeah.
He has the Bosworth, the tight
Yes.
Bosworth.
Yeah, that's the Bosworth.
That's the best that you can do. I'm gonna take Terry Hatcher for worst hair.
I was also going to take Terry Hatcher for worst hair. Her hair, it looks like she put her finger in a light socket.
Yeah.
Comedically,
Like,
it's out of fucking control.
If she just washed it and didn't do that to it again and you touched it, it would still be crispy for like a week.
Jackie?
I'm going with Brian James, better known as Ponytail.
Yeah, his hair sucks. His hair always sucks, though.
Is he best
just
or
got-
worst? That's worst?
That's my worst hair, yeah.
He was second place for me.
He just has such a bad receding hairline. It's just like, oh my God, give up on the ponytail, honey, and just shave that shit down.
And who's got the best hair?
Oh, Stallone.
Really?
Just-
It wasn't bad. I'm not going to lie. He had like a front poof thing going,
Yeah.
like a little poodle do.
And then every once in a while, he'd have a little bit of bangs
Oh.
that would flop down during some valiant escapes.
All right, least probable event. Jackie?
That the ponytail guy was British.
Okay, all right.
And I was the least either the event or thing. I am going with the bullet skeleton key.
The bullet skeleton key.
That
Oh,
Kurt
yeah.
Russell has he picks a lock with a bullet that unscrews into like a pin that can unlock any door.
That was really dumb.
Yeah,
as well.
You need at least 2 pins.
I'm just gonna go with the obvious one that the main bad guy has a fucking monster truck and a dirt track from RC Pro Am. It's so stupid.
It lives in a caramel castle.
Yes. Oh, boy, oy, 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 oy. Final recommendations.
Must do it.
Absolutely.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's like a once every 2 years watch it for fun. 'cause
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's a blast. Really, really stupid. Jackie, did we convince you that it's a really stupid movie?
No.
All right.
It was
Okay.
fun and it was entertaining.
So when the Academy came together in 1989, do you think the name Tango and Cash came up?
Probably not.
Yes.
There was a monster truck in it. That
Yeah.
automatically disqualifies you from any kind of serious award.
Uh-huh.
And everybody knows that. So they're
Or-
like, you know what? But this movie is so good. We're going to put a monster truck
Or
in it. We're going to sacrifice it.
Being taken seriously in any way by anybody but you.
That sounds mean.
It's a silly movie, Jackie.
I loved it. I don't
It's-
care.
You can love something that's stupid. How does your brain not make that connection?
Because it doesn't.
Okay. Well, that's stupid. And I love you. So
Hot
there
cross
you go.
buns!
Proof is in the pudding. I don't think that you got that. I just called you a dum-dum.
What?
Next week it's Sam's pick. Sammy, what are you going to bring to the table?
It's going to be odds and evens with Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill.
All right.
Directed by Sergio Corbucci and written by Bruno Corbucci. Yeah.
All right. So that's a film that 2 people are going to be familiar with ever.
It's on Amazon Prime, though, so we can all watch it.
All right. Check that out. And in the meantime, get to the chopper.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.